Attention Eagles fans, what seemed like a calm start to the season at training camp has turned into a storm of surprises and decisions that promise to shake the franchise's defense deeply. Late blooming rookies shining, unexpected trades involving key players, tense backroom dealings, and choices that divide opinions inside and outside the team. Who are the protagonists of this story? What are the consequences of these moves for the team's immediate future? Get ready to analyze all this with us, diving into details you won't see in just any coverage. Welcome! Show your support to the Eagles by reaching 100 likes on today's video. We begin with Ogbonnia Okoronkwo, the veteran recently signed by the Eagles on the very day the team reported for training camp, July 22. After being released by the Browns, Okoronkwo chose the Eagles for the chance to play in a contender with a young, talented defense that precisely needed an experienced leader. This decision goes beyond money. It's about legacy and the desire to compete at a high level again. With 7 NFL seasons under his belt, quick burst off the snap, and play recognition skills, Okoronkwo is adjusting to Vic Fangio's complex defense, which now requires him to drop into coverage, a role he's not fully accustomed to. This adaptation hasn't been easy, and Fangio acknowledges the player's effort to learn not only the technical nuances, but to mentally position himself within a more complex scheme. Okoronkwo brings experience as an outside linebacker from Oklahoma and familiarity with a 3-4 system under Brandon Staley with the Rams. That background helps, but what stands out is his mindset. He sees challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to add value and prove his importance. Furthermore, he is the only defender over 30 on the roster, highlighting the Eagles' defensive experience deficit. Last season, Okoronkwo amassed 7.5 sacks over 2 years with the Browns, including 3 in 2022, totaling 17 sacks in 90 games during his career. The Eagles themselves had no player reach double-digit sacks last year, but had 13 players with at least half a sack. Fangio's philosophy spreads pressure among multiple players capable of reaching the quarterback, and Okoronkwo's arrival could be the leadership and edge forced to make this scheme effective. Despite the chaotic OTAs and fast learning of the playbook, he shows solid confidence in his ability to contribute meaningfully. The Eagles fans, who saw a defense lacking consistency in 2023, may have finally found in this veteran the answer their unit needs to produce big moments and crucial wins in the upcoming season. Okoronkwo could be the surprise name that elevates the defense, demonstrating that waiting until the last moment to close the roster can be a winning strategy. But can he bear the full responsibility? Time is ticking, and every snap at training camp is an opportunity to prove that his late signing was a masterpiece move. Speaking of shocks shaking the roster, we must mention the unexpected deal between the Philadelphia Eagles and Las Vegas Raiders. In a trade that caught fans' attention, defensive tackle Thomas Booker IV was sent to Las Vegas in exchange for cornerback Jacorian Bennett. Bennett, a 2023 fourth-round pick by the Raiders, is seen as reinforcement for the Eagles' fragile secondary, which lost veteran Darius Slay and still struggles to secure a reliable starting cornerback opposite Quinyon Mitchell. Bennett played 24 games last season, starting 11, but had been mostly with the Eagles' reserves since OTAs due to strong competition. Players like Eric Stokes and rookie Darian Porter dominate the first units, while Bennett works tirelessly to prove his value. The trade came at a tricky moment, as the Eagles continue searching for a dependable name to solidify the starting position and strengthen their defense against increasingly potent offenses. Booker's departure to Las Vegas comes as the Raiders seek to replenish their defensive line after releasing Christian Wilkins, sidelined with a Jones fracture. Booker, a 2022 fifth-round selection, showed solid summer camp performance and featured in 17 games last season with 18 tackles and a sack. However, the rise of Ty Robinson and preference for Gabe Hall edged Booker toward trade talks. Another layer facilitating this deal is the presence of former Eagles executives Brandon Hunt and Anthony Patch, now in Las Vegas, adding trust and alignment in negotiations. This roster move illustrates an Eagles team in transition, ready to adjust pieces and find timely answers to evident defensive problems. Fans must get used to roster volatility and observe how players like Bennett integrate and evolve in the new environment. He has a tough path ahead, needing to overcome rivals and dispel doubts after Slay's departure. The pressure is immense, but talent exists. Now it's up to the coaching staff to harness this trade's potential fully. While Okoronkwo aims to fill the experience void on the defensive line and deliver steady pass pressure, Bennett arrives to rebalance the secondary, which suffered significant losses and inconsistent displays last year. It is a time for precise adjustments and decisive choices, with the coaching staff pressed to accelerate cohesion so these innovations impact the opening competition weeks. These two stories, seemingly isolated, in fact, represent two sides of the Eagles' reconstruction and adaptation process this season. Okoronkwo embodies the search for mature leadership and consistent production, while Bennett symbolizes the bet on youth and firepower to reclaim prestige in a struggling sector. Balancing experience and youth, tactics and talent will be the Eagles' central challenge in their quest toward the summit. Looking at the broader picture, it's clear the Philadelphia Eagles demonstrate urgency and ambition, but also vulnerabilities needing prompt confrontation. Defense, critical for success in a league rich in explosive offenses, is remaking itself and calls for patience, trust, and balanced demand from players, coaches, and fans alike. Okoronkwo and Bennett may lead a crucial turnaround or reveal current roster limits. The real answer lies on the field, game after game. Eagles fans, here's a question for you. How do you see these defensive changes? Will last-minute signings and strategic trades restore lost pride and turn this team into a true defensive fortress? Or is the risk too great and the team doomed to remain prey to opponents? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear you. If you appreciated this deep analysis, don't forget to like the video, comment your insights, and subscribe to the channel for all updates on your Eagles. Stay tuned, much more is coming.